Welcome back for another writing update. So I am back into writing, and I mentioned last week my goals for the new year, so I am steadily working towards finishing my next book, at least the draft I'm working on. So this book is the one that I plan to publish towards the end of this year, like November-ish, and it is my witchcraft training book. This is book 1, and I just finished up the section for circle casting. And it's a lot of a book so far. So as I've mentioned, my first drafts are always, I'm usually pretty low on my word counts, but I'm at, I think it's officially like 28 chapters, but that's like including the introduction. And it is 45,000 words. And also the office cat has decided my lap is no longer viable since she already wants to get down. Here she is. Isn't she beautiful and so sweet and so mad? She wants to go look at her birdies. I got a bird feeder out there for her so she has bird TV, because apparently that's what cats need and she does love it. Anyways, so the book just barely got to 45,000 words. That is not a lot to some people, but to me it's like, wow. Like I wasn't anticipating that, because like I still am trying to maintain my goal of, regardless of how long the chapter is, it has to at least get 1,000 words. If I cannot write 1,000 words in that chapter, I need to add something. So I don't know that I stuck with that for the Grave Shift. I don't know what that project's looking like anymore. That was a while ago. But for this one, I have been sticking with it. Every single chapter has a minimum of 1,000 words. Usually it's not too much of an issue, because like witchcraft, I can ramble endlessly. So we're doing pretty good for it. And yeah, I was really excited to hit 45,000 words today. So I am now moving into the October section. So I have October, November, December, and then the conclusion, because books need a conclusion. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when I read a witchcraft book that it doesn't conclude. It doesn't have a little like bye-bye at the end. So obviously, I'm going to make sure mine has that. But yeah, it's going really well. These chapters, it ranges how long it's going to take. Some of them don't take terribly long. I can get them written pretty quick. And then others, I mean, like, we're talking like 30 minutes or something and it's like done. And then others take hours. And this definitely was an hours kind of situation. I think my last chapter I wrote, which was listed chapter 27, took like 2 hours or more to write, just the one chapter. But it's doing circle casting with all the tools and stuff, so that like takes some time to explain and to like find the words and all of that stuff, because like I'm not using my exact verbiage that I personally use, so I have to like tweak it just a little bit. It's just one of the weird things that it's like, I want to write most of my craft, but some things you like to keep to yourself, and like my exact verbiage I usually save for myself. Especially for something like that. I don't know why. It just is like, it's a thing. If I'm writing a ritual, I don't really care, but something about like the intimate workings of something I do every single time, I just want to use my own words. So I had to come up with something different. And a lot of times mine don't rhyme. They're really just generic. So I'm trying to make this a little bit more pretty, a little bit easier for a beginner to remember. Rhymes are easier to remember. So yeah, I mean, kinda-ish. Some of it doesn't rhyme. It's fine. But yeah, so it's going pretty well. I'm really excited to be getting this done. I am trying to plan out so that the rest of the week that I'm recording this, I will finish up this book so that next week when I talk to you, I can say I hit the end. Because this is my January draft. Kinda. I really was hoping January was going to be my month to just get rid of all of the like half drafts that I have between this book and the Grave Shift, but I don't think I'm gonna finish the Grave Shift in time. I think it's gonna be halfway through the month, at least into February, to finish that one up, which is like whatever. So I'm trying, at least for this month, to finish all of the like first draft chapters that I need to do for this book, which is a bit. It's still like 10 more chapters to go, because each section, because again, this book is planned out so that every month has 3 chapters within it, and each month has kind of a central theme, like a specific element, or like we're talking about the tools, or we're talking about circle casting or whatever. And then within them there's 3 chapters that kind of dives a little bit deeper. And so I still have October, which is the divinity, November, which is like your regular practice, and then like, you know, like your daily, weekly, whatever. And then December is for like the final bits to your ritual. Like, let's get like your ritual to wear and like your jewelry, and then celebrate and actually do your big mega ritual for the year. And then the conclusion's like, you did it, you nailed it. That's not gonna take too long to write. Honestly, I think the introduction was harder to write because it's like, I don't know what to say. So I'm hoping the conclusion's like, hey, we did it. Both me and you, I wrote the thing, you went through the thing. Nailed it. But yeah, I'm very excited for this book. I hope it's gonna sell pretty well. I hope people like it. I hope it's gonna be helpful. Like, this is how I would start learning witchcraft if I was to train somebody. Like, these are the steps I would make you go through. They're not always like super fun and like the super sexy things of like, ooh, look, all the tools right away, let's jump into doing all of this stuff. But it has a little bit sprinkled throughout to like not keep you completely bored. But yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna go very well. This one, there's a reason I'm taking so long on this project, is that I want it to be like read through and tested a little bit by other people before I hit publish. So like, I'm gonna have my mom and my husband read through it, maybe try it a little bit, see what they think, and then report back on like, this makes no sense, I hates it. And then others will be like, oh my god, it's so great. So it's gonna take a little bit more time. And then again, I wanna have the whole series, at least the 3 major books, done before I hit publish on any of them, in case I need to change things, rearrange stuff. Feeling pretty solid in how I've got it set up. But yeah, it's still gonna take some time. So anyways, that is all of my update for this week. I would love to know how your writing is going in the comments down below. What are your writing goals for this year? Are you going to accomplish them? What's your plan to do that? Mine is, again, the drafting all the time, but I think it'll go pretty well. But also, I'm only in the drafting of one book and I'm not editing at the same time, so that, I don't know, it feels a little intimidating, but hopefully I can get through all of the things. But yeah, so anyways, I would love to know how your writing journey is going, what books are you reading, and until next time, make sure to check out my books. They're always linked on my blog below. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.